Hello there, Chef D Malfi here. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome to my kitchen. It's really good to be with you today because I'm making the fifth of 5 recipes that I've showcased all week long. And this is from my new mini cookbook, A Taste of Plant-Based. If you haven't downloaded it yet, please do so. It's a free resource for you. I actually created this over the last few weeks, and I wanted you to have it because I wanted you to have, first of all, my 5 best and most favorite, important, classic plant-based recipes. And today we are actually getting into our sweets category. Now, I know what you're thinking. All right, if I'm plant-based, I probably can't have sweets or desserts anymore. Not true. You can totally have sweets. And today we're going to make chocolate brownie bites. You will not believe how delicious these are. I mean, like so unbelievably delicious that the people you're making these for, that you're going to share these with, will not believe that they are totally dairy-free, sugar-free, they are gluten-free, they are raw, and they only take a matter of 5 minutes or less to make. Seriously, stick with me. All right, let's get right into it. So for our chocolate brownie bites, let me just explain the ingredients. These are really important because they are all very much superfoods. The first thing that you want are walnuts. Now, I know a couple of you might be thinking, oh, well, I'm allergic to tree nuts, or I don't really like the taste of walnuts. If you don't like walnuts, but you're not allergic to any other nut, just swap it out for any other nut. Could be almond, it could be macadamia nut. But if you do have an allergy to tree nuts, I recommend using a seed instead. How about hemp seeds? These are really great. So these are just 2 bases for our brownie bites. You definitely want some sort of nut or seed though. You can't skip this. This is where we're gonna get a lot of the fiber and a lot of the protein from. So today I'm gonna use walnuts. The next ingredient you need is a little pinch of salt. Now, of course, this is optional. It's just a pinch though. I'm gonna use a little bit of sea salt. Yum, yum. This is gonna make the chocolate itself, the chocolate of the chocolate brownie bite, in this case, the cocoa, really kind of like wake up. It's gonna make it taste so much better. So a tiny pinch, and don't worry, if you are low salt, you can have a little pinch per day. That's totally fine. A little bit is just a pinch, and you can definitely enjoy a pinch that would still be in moderation. Now, the next thing that you're gonna need are some sort of flavor agents. Now, in my case, I really like pure vanilla flavor or extract. This is called vanilla flavor though, and not extract, because I get the non-alcoholic version. This has no alcohol added. They replace the alcohol with vegetable glycerin. So it's more like a flavor agent. Really good stuff. This is from Trader Joe's. You can get the non-alcohol version really at any retailer now. Sprouts Market, Mother's Market, Whole Foods. These are all health food stores. And then maybe occasionally at Safeway, Ralph's, Albertsons, Vons, wherever you live, maybe Aldi, wherever you live, check out the alcohol-free, and it should say right on the label, alcohol-free. And I like this alcohol-free version because the vanilla flavor one, the one that's made with vegetable glycerin, like the one I have here, it's more potent. It actually tastes like more like vanilla. Now, if you wanted to mix this up, let's say you love chocolate and mint flavor, you can actually add any other flavor agents that are similar to vanilla extract. In this case, I would recommend peppermint essential oil. Peppermint essential oil is fantastic. I use this a lot, not just in my cleaning. It's actually really great if you get ants in your home or even mice or rats. You can actually place this at the base of your baseboards by like taking a cotton ball and wiping peppermint essential oil all over the baseboards, and the animals and insects will not enter your home. That is like an old East Coast trick. But you also can use this all over your body. You can put it in lotion and, like make your lotion smell more like peppermint. You can eat it as long as it's food grade. And it should say food grade right on the bottle. This does, right there. And I really want to use food grade in all of my cooking. I do not want to use essential peppermint oil, but it has to be that food grade, and it needs to have that on the label. This is going to make it taste like chocolate and mint, and I love chocolate and mint. So I might use just like a dash of that. Of course, we also need our sweetening agent. In this case, we're going to use medjool dates. I love medjool dates. It is a fruit. It is dried fruit. It is so delicious. It's like honey-like, super sweet, kind of melts in your mouth. We're going to use 12 of these. 12 is my lucky number. And then we're going to use cocoa powder, wonderful unsweetened cocoa powder. I'm using this one here. This is from Earth Organics. This is a wonderful non-GMO project verified and USDA organic, as well as kosher. I really, really like this. It's really great because it has a very earthy flavor. It's very potent. Now, if you can't find this brand, that's okay. How about the Costco brand. This is what they sell at Costco. It comes in a 32 ounce or 2-pound bag. It is organic and fair trade, which is really, really great. Both have the labels here. So it's not just like a marketing piece on the bag. It's actually labeled, and it's unsweetened. This is what's going to be a great source of vitamins, minerals, fiber, really good stuff. So unsweetened. You definitely don't want to use your, hot cocoa powder or Hershey's chocolate cocoa powder that has sugar added. And then we're going to use a little pinch of a little splash of water if need be. All right, so I have some cold filtered water ready to go. So let's begin. I'm going to use my food processor here. You can also do this in a blender, but it's a little bit more difficult. I recommend a food processor that's very fast, has a really sharp blade. This is Cuisinart. All right, I'm going to begin with a cup of walnuts and a pinch of salt. You want to start with your nuts or your seeds first. Woo! I did a little bit extra. That's all right. And then a little pinch of sea salt. Here's sea salt here. And I just wanted to show you up close and personal. Do you see how fine this salt is compared to the kitchen staple kosher salt? Look at this, right? That is super duper coarse. This is not going to be what you want. It's going to be too salty. So opt in for the sea salt. Get those natural minerals from the ocean. Just a pinch. And now I'm going to turn this blender or food processor on. I'm going to pulse it. And I'm just looking for unified bits of walnut that are, tiny little bits like crumbs. I'll show you. All right, I'm going to stop here. Do you see this, right? I'm going to pick some up so you can really see. I've got some like dusty bits, right? I've got some larger bits, but for the most part, it's pretty uniform. The rest is going to actually mix up with the rest of the ingredients. All right, so now I want my medjool dates. If you've never worked with dates before, get yourself some dates and enjoy them. They're great for a snack. They're fantastic because they're super duper sweet. They're going to keep kind of they're shelf stable. So they're going to keep in your pantry for a long time. You can actually keep them even longer if you keep them in the refrigerator. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And what you want to do is you want to actually get the date that hasn't been pre-pitted. You do not want pre-pitted dates. If that's all you can find, of course, definitely get that. But I recommend pitting them yourself. Why? Because this is going to keep your date from drying out. If it's pre-pitted, those tend to be a little drier. We really want these dates, though, to be kind of sweet and moist and not super dry. So I'm opening it up and I'm just removing this part. That's the pit. See it? We don't want no pit. No pit, no pit, no pit. Take that out. Take that out. Compost those bad boys. Now, the other thing that you want to make sure of is, do you see that? Ooh, that little top. I'm going to push it up. This part can really cut you on your mouth, your lips, your gums. Take that off. That's also a piece that you need to remove. It's kind of like the stem to the pit, and you want to take that out. I'm opening up my dates as well. You can see I'm cutting them in half as I open them. A really great way to do this is you can actually use your paring knife, grab it, and roll it open. Use your paring knife, grab it, and roll it open. See how easy this is? Use it, roll it open. I'm slicing it halfway through, not all the way, rolling it open. I wish that I could get a little closer, but I can't because I need to be on my cutting board. Rolling it open. One more time. Actually, one more time. There you go. That's number 12. Now I'm doing this because I also want to make sure that there aren't any weird things inside this date. Yes, that does happen every once in a while, but don't be worried. It just is a dried fruit. So sometimes bugs will find their way in, and if so, compost that date and move on to the next. Nothing to be worried about. Bugs are our friends too. Hey, speaking of bugs, I'm wearing bugs. Look at my butterfly shirt. It says, Vuele Libre. We're going to fly free into the weekend, peeps. Gosh, I love it. TGIF, y'all. I'm ready. Really what that means is that I just get to work without distraction over the weekend. I love what I do. Come on. I love what I do. I cannot stop, you guys. I'm feeling so excited because we're building so many good things. I'm really having a great time. You guys, I want to just mention right now, we are opening up our monthly membership for Plant-Based Made Easy. If you want to be a part of this, I would absolutely amazingly love for you and your family to join us for this opportunity. It's a month-long experience membership inside of Plant-Based Made Easy. What you get with it are weekly recipes, weekly grocery lists, a personalized live cooking lesson every Monday evening in Zoom at 5 p.m., a community of people that are going to support you in and along your health journey. We did this in April and then we did it in May, and that was sort of my beta test. I wanted to do 2 months of beta testing. And at the time that I created this and developed it back in April, the cost to participate was a lot more. It was $360 for April and May for both months, each month. And it was an amazing experience, but I really felt like I wanted to open it up to such a wider audience, a bigger audience. And so I brought down the cost a lot, and I've even included more. The first 12 people that sign up, I want to offer you guys a free coaching session. If you are a newbie and you've never taken a program with me before or been a part of my membership, if you are new, I will offer you this coaching session for free for the first 12. That's a value of $150, and I'm giving it to you for free. And the cost to participate in the monthly membership is just $97. So really, really fun. You're going to get a month of recipes, grocery lists, and like I said, a really cool community that's going to hold you. So consider that. We're going to go ahead and there's the link. You guys can join. You can learn more at the link right there. All right, we've got our dates in here. We've got our walnuts. We've got our salt. We need to now add our vanilla or our peppermint, whatever that you want to use. I think I'm going to use a little bit of both. It's about 3 teaspoons, but if I'm going to use both, I'm going to do about 1.5 teaspoons. I'm going to do probably like 2 teaspoons of vanilla and like 2 drops. Actually, that was 2 drops. 2 drops of the essential oil. It comes out very quickly, and you really just want like 1 little drop of this. Oh, I wish you were here. Seriously, like as soon as that essential peppermint oil hits this, it's like I'm at the spa. I'm like, I have a facial. That is going to be great. Now, I definitely want my cocoa powder, unsweetened. I'm going to use 1/4 cup of this. I did bring 1/4 cup out because I am feeling prepared today. There we go. 1/4 cup right in. And I'm going to just, shake this around the blade so that it doesn't just sit right on top on this metal part, on this plastic part, because it won't ever mix in if it's there. That's the cool thing about food processors, is that you really need to make sure that all the ingredients are getting around the blade. A lot of people just pour it directly in the middle. No go. That's not really the way to do it. All right. Now we're going to pulse this, and we're going to see it come together right in front of our eyes. So really just want to pulse it. I don't want to turn it on and walk away. And the dates have to work a bit hard here. So just kind of let it happen, and you're going to start to see it starts to kind of resemble mud pie. Did you guys ever make mud pie in school? Like mud pie, like where it was just like Oreo crumbs with gummy worms. This is like elementary style, right? Starts to look like a little bit like that. So we're going to go back to it, and I'm going to keep pulsing. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Now remember, some of the dates that you use, depending on the batch that you get, some dates are drier, some dates are more wet or more moist. Depending on if it's wet or dry, that's when you can determine if you want to use a little bit of cold filtered water. I have some here in my tablespoon liquid measure cup ready. I'm just going to wait though. And what I really, really want to make sure is starting to happen is this will clump together. Okay. And hopefully that'll happen here quickly. But I'm having the feeling that this is not going to actually happen because these dates actually were a little drier. So look, now you can actually see, I'm gonna hold it up. You can actually see now this really looks like mud pie crumbles, right? Dang, that smells good. Wow, that smells like Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Yum. Okay, yum. I need to add some water though. So get this on. You have to pulse it as you add the water. If not, then what ends up, the water just drains to the base of the Cuisinart, and it gets like kind of stuck and soupy on the base. We want to kind of like incorporate or fold the water in. So turn it on. And I'm just feeding it a little water, like a teaspoon or drizzle at a time. Now you can see it coming together. I'll show you. Now you can see it starting to kind of like clump in big pieces. Y'all see that? Yeah, perfect. This is right. Now at this point, you're done. You can continue to go further if you want, but remember, the farther you go and the more you pulse this, the more the walnut bits or hemp seed, whatever you're using, are going to be kind of like paste. And I really like a brownie with a bit of crunch. I want to be able to taste a little bit of walnut or a little bit of macadamia nut or a little bit of pecan or a little bit of hemp, whatever it is that I'm using. I got an email this week from one of our viewers who really said, I can't use tree nuts. What would you recommend? And immediately I was like, hemp seed. You got to use the hemp seed. It's one of my favorite seeds because it's so chewy, it's soft, but it also has a ton of protein. So we're actually going to roll our balls in hemp seed, but that's optional. I'm just going to like add an extra step here to make it look even more beautiful. So let's set ourselves up for success, for rolling success here. I'm going to grab a glass container to hold my brownie bites. And remember, these are raw, so there's no baking. We're just going to make the batter. We're going to roll them up, and that's it. Time for you to eat after that or save them in the refrigerator. The longer they sit, the better they get. I will tell you that, as are most things, right? Especially with cooking. I'm going to put on a glove for this part because I don't want my rings to get all dirty and I don't want my hands to get all sticky. So get on your kitchen gloves. Here we go. We are ready. And I'm going to just take a golf ball size or maybe like a ping pong ball. Was that ping pong or golf ball? All right, we're going ping pong. Okay, Danny says golf. Of course you do, babe. All right, here we go. I am going to just roll this into a ball-y. Look at that. Perfect, right? Now, I'm going to roll a bunch, and then we will actually put these into a bowl of hemp seed and roll them around just to get them that extra bit of crunch and that extra bit of protein. If you guys have any questions, I can see you. I can see who's here. Hello, 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 hello. I love you all. I can see you. I can see your name. If you have questions, put them in the comment box. Let a sister know if I can help you with anything food related, plant-based related, living your best life related. How are you feeling? How are you doing today? Like, seriously, are you surviving or are you thriving today? Let me know. Like, really, what is it for you? I am often just surviving by Friday, but not today, y'all. Not today. I am feeling good. I am definitely thriving. Why? Probably because, okay, truth talk. Probably because I love where I live, and it is such a blessing to live right next to the Back Bay. We live next to a water, basically a bay of water, and we get to sometimes wake up in the morning and we will do our morning exercise. I'm saying we because it's me and my boo, not my dog boo, but my boo, Danny. we go stand up paddleboarding. But recently, this week, I discovered for the first time outriggering. Outriggering is like a Polynesian sport where you get into a little boat. And it's kind of like a canoe with like a little tiny weight on the left side of the boat. And we just outriggered our little bodies away for like 2 hours on the Back Bay. It was amazing. And then the next day we got up and we did it again, but we did stand up paddleboard. And I feel so blessed. I love where I live. I feel so blessed to finally be in a place where I'm like, oh my gosh, it's paradise. Like, we go on vacation sometimes and I'm like, yeah, no, like where we live is actually even more of a paradise than where we vacation. And I don't think a lot of people can say that. So I just want to really say that I am feeling very grateful. This is not to brag, y'all. This is just to say, I love it. I'm loving it. I'm really getting outside more. We've been camping more. It's just been great. Yes, and the state of the world is like really, really tough. Sometimes the news gets me down. I'm sure it gets you down too. But getting outside and like being balanced in the fresh air and the great outdoors, it makes all the difference. I'm telling you, it really does. And it's Friday, so right after this, I'm gonna like be baking some bread in my home, in my kitchen, in my home kitchen inside. I'm very excited for my Friday night bake, which I do. Okay, we've got a question here. This is coming from Marie Montoya. Comment. I've added a little bit of crunchy peanut butter in the place of whole cup of walnuts, then rolled the balls in shredded coconut or mini dark chocolate chips. Sometimes yummy. I hope those chocolate chips are vegan or plant-based. Are they? Yum. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. I really like that idea of replacing the walnuts with a nut butter or a seed butter. You could do this with sun butter, macadamia nut butter, almond butter, truly peanut butter, anything you want. Yum. And then I like that you roll the outside in the coconut shreds. I've done that as well. It really helps to take the coconut shreds and then pulse them in a food processor or chop them with your knife until it's like bits of coconut, and then they stick to the outside even better. You could also put inside of your ball like chia seeds. That would be fantastic. You could put pistachios. You could put dried cranberries or orange zest, lemon zest. I've done bits of dried wild blueberry. Yum. That was really good too. Although I got to tell you, these are sweet by themselves. So when you start adding fruit inside the mix, you definitely might want to decrease the amount of dates by like 3 or 4 dates, because you're going to actually add a little sweetness with the dried fruit. So just kind of keep that in mind. The nut and the seed, though, is really easy to add any kind of flavor or any type of nut or seed, because it's not going to add additional sweetness. Okay, I think we have one more ball here. Grab the rest. The last one's the hardest. So you have to grab. Oh, I don't know. Depending on how big they are. Let's see. This makes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 13. 13 people. And I really like to make them this size because I feel like it's great. It's a great amount. Any bigger than this, I got to tell you, it's a little too sweet. Like you kind of want to chop it in half. So just keep them small like this and they're fantastic. All right, I'm going to take off my gloves. I'm going to grab this bowl here next to me and then place some hemp seeds in the bowl. And remember, these hemp seeds are full of protein, like so full of protein, you won't even realize it until you look at the ingredient list. 3 tablespoons is 10 grams of protein. That's a ton. So take these and you want to like drop them into the hemp seeds. You kind of have to like, allow the hemp seeds to squish them on, right? Yum. You could also, if you want, I've done this with a little tiny flake of Malden sea salt on the outside. I like that, but sometimes it's overly salty for me. But if you like that sweet, salty gig, Danny loves those. It's a bit salty for me. I don't have a salty tooth. I really don't. I mean, sometimes I do. Sorry. Okay. I think, though, that you can do anything that you want. You can add cinnamon. You can add nutmeg, cardamom. You can add truly anything. The world is your oyster. We need a new expression. Okay, the world is your favorite plant. There we go. Danny, you were supposed to help me out with that one, babe. You always come up with the good ones. Come on, don't leave me hanging. I need something.
Oyster mushroom.
Aha, the world is your oyster mushroom. See? You got it. Babe, you got it. I love it. I've been watching a ton of Tabitha Brown. Are you guys familiar with Tabitha Brown? Tabitha Brown, goodness, one of the most influential Black females today. Seriously, fantastic. She now just got a gig on the Ellen Show. Fantastic. I love her. Check her out on Facebook. Just give her some love. Just love her. All right, these looking great. These are looking fantastic. I may have over poured on the hemp seed, but that's fine. Look what I'll do. I'm just going to pour the rest of this hemp seed right over these bites. There you go. And that's it. I'm going to serve them on a plate because we eat with our eyes first. I want them to be even more delicious on this delicious white plate. I'm going to have 3 because I want a hidden Mickey. Look at this. There we go. Yum. Right? Now, quality control. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. It's always amazing after I make these. Anytime I like take my first bite of a new batch, I'm like, how do these taste exactly like the best brownie I've ever had? But they're raw, dairy-free, sugar-free, gluten-free, grain-free. Yum. They make me feel so good too. I love these, you guys. These are so darn good. I hope that you'll try this recipe. If you haven't done so already, please download A Taste of Plant-Based. That's my free mini cookbook. That's what we've done all week long is promoted all of these amazing recipes. Here's the cover page of our free mini cookbook. Download it now. Free resource for you guys. I just want you to have my 5 favorite plant-based recipes. And if you haven't done so already, also please join our Facebook group, Plant-Based Made Easy. We are a growing community, a curious community of plant-based curious people from just entering plant-based, haven't yet entered plant-based, all the way to vegan and everywhere in between. We have kids, we have older people, we have college people, we have retired people, we have middle-aged people, families. Everyone is welcome here. I'm really loving this community. Thank you so much for everyone who's already joined. And definitely just ask us to join. We'll invite you to the group. We'll let you all in. You guys, we often do polls in our weekly interactions on our Facebook group, like what was the most exciting recipe or a recipe that you were most excited for this week. We asked at the beginning of the week and everyone said the plant-powered pizza. So if you haven't checked out that episode from a few days ago, check that out. It was really, really fun. And rewatch all of these. You can actually download the cookbook and then rewatch every single episode from this week, Monday through Friday. I did go ahead and show you how to make every recipe in the cookbook this week. It was such a blasty blast. I hope that you had fun as well. And consider joining us for our Plant-Based Made Easy membership. It's going to start August 3rd. We're going to close our enrollment on July 31st. So I really hope that you'll join me for that and the rest of the community for that. And hey, if you actually want to go deeper, you want to like just chat before you sign up, you want to learn more about the program, the membership, you want to learn more about what's included or maybe what your needs are, sign up to have a free conversation with me. I'm giving free 15-minute consultation. It's like a mini coaching session, a mini powwow where we can like just be together in an individual private Zoom. I want to get to know you. I want to understand what are your barriers for going plant-based, or what are some of the questions that you have or the concerns. I definitely think that I might be able to answer some of them. And if I can't, I will give you resources to lead you in the right way. But most importantly, I want to make sure that this membership is for you. I think that it is for you. If you're here, you're watching and you're enjoying this content, consider going deeper. It's really a fun experience. And I hope that you guys got a lot out of this week of recipes. It was really fun for us to do. So go out there, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I want to say hello and thank you to everyone. Adrienne, Marie, Diamond Green from yesterday. Thank you, everyone. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Roll into the weekend, fly free, and I will see you on Monday. Peace out.